Community Viewpoint.
And welcome to another segment of Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host for this segment. And welcome to the Windy City. So hopefully by the time you see the show, the winds will have died down. So we have a lovely guest today. She's been here before, and she'll be here again. Paulella Fonte is my guest, and a long-term friend of mine. I don't want to say an old friend, because we were just talking about age. But she's here representing the Wild West Extravaganza today. And that's coming up shortly? Or is
about
that
3 weeks.
Oh, yes. So, got to do some talking about that, lady. So, tell us what you know.
The Wild West Extravaganza and Bluegrass Festival, because we got the bluegrass music, is the first weekend in May. That's the weekend May 4th, 5th, and 6th. And it's going to be really a lot of fun. There's a lot of things that are going on, and I know for those that have been out before and visited the Melodrama, this year it's free. This year you don't have to pay to get into the Melodrama. And there are performances on Friday at 7 p.m., Saturday 2, and then again at 7, and Sunday matinee at 2. And this year's Melodrama is Dirty Work on the Trail, or Go Slow with the Pony Express. And so they're working on it. They've got their costumes. They've got all sorts of things. They're ready for the Melodrama this year. And the fun thing about melodramas, I don't know if you've ever been, is you get to boo the villain and hiss, you know, and throw popcorn.
I think last time we went to one was out in Tacoma. Those are all local folks?
Yeah.
Yes. That was, they did a road show to Tacoma. So,
yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, this is kind of like, this is the flyer for it. I didn't give it to the young man earlier for him to put up, but it's going to be a lot of fun. The first new thing that's happening this year is the 4-H Club is going to be doing a taco fest. It's kind of like a chili cook-off, but it's a taco fest. And whoever enters, they do this through the 4-H Club. They enter, and I think it's a $25 entry fee, and then you prepare all of your taco fixings. You got your meat and your lettuce and tomatoes and maybe some beans or some jalapenos or green chilies, and people will buy tickets, and then they'll go around tasting these tacos.
Oh.
Okay? So that's going to be on Saturday the 5th from 10 to 2. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's stormy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It is stormy with her 4-H kids. And then during the event, the 4-H kids are going to be doing some various contests. And they're going to have lots of things going on. And they had the goats out there last year in the pen. And it was Dress the Goat last year.
Where are the goats this year? That's not the taco meat, is it?
No.
Okay.
This year, the kids have to put tie a scarf on the goat. And hopefully, any of the really little kids, you know, like 2-, 3-year-olds, mom and dad are watching those children, because last year some little girl saw this little goat standing there, and she went over and grabbed the leg of the goat and went off like this, dragging that poor little goat across the arena there. So that'll be a fun thing for the kids. We're going to have red wagon races. And Star Nursery is donating their red wagons for us to use for that. So it'll be, and that too is pretty much geared towards kids or teenagers or, you know, young people. I'm too old for that stuff myself, but, and we'll have the wagon rides. The hay wagon ride will be happening again. The train, last year, Freedom Reigns Ranch had a train, and the kids all boarded this train, and they kind of drove around the park there. This year, they've made a new car for their train, kind of like the caboose, and it is handicap accessible. It's wheelchair accessible. So if you have a kid that's in a wheelchair and wants to go and ride on that train, you can just wheel the chair right up there in that wagon or that car, and that child can participate and enjoy and ride the train. So, I mean, there's all sorts of new things happening this year, as well as the standards that we've been doing for a couple of years. Our vendors, Perry Boone will be back with the Mountain Man. Marvin Redeye from Camp Verde, Arizona, will come in with his jewelry. He's Indian. Okay. Nye Gold Seekers will be back. Rick, the carved-in stone guy, will be back. We have some new vendors that'll be coming. And the blacksmith will be back. I mean, we just have so many things that are going on the whole weekend. Oh, and the Boy Scouts will be doing like a pancake breakfast Saturday morning. So probably, they're probably going to start somewhere between 7 and 8.
You're going to have a blacksmith there?
The blacksmith will be back. This will be his 3rd year.
Plying his trade?
Yeah.
If you've never seen a blacksmith, please go. It's a trade it's not very well promoted anymore. I was in the steel industry while we still had blacksmiths. That was in the late 60s, early 70s, and then that's fallen by the wayside. But please just go out to view how they do their work. It's very interesting. You know,
the really cool thing about this guy is, 1, he lives in Vegas. 2, he does classes. He teaches blacksmithing.
More better.
So anybody out there that has the curiosity or the interest or the inclination, or maybe your grandpa was a blacksmith or whatever, this is a great opportunity if you wanted to learn. You can make arrangements with the blacksmith and either go to Vegas or set it up to get some of your buddies together and hold a couple classes out here. I know when I talked to him last year about it, he said, yeah, he'd come out and do classes on that. In the arena, we have the Little Britches Rodeo going on, and that is, I guess that organization is probably nationwide.
Okay.
These young people participate in various rodeo events, and I think that's probably pretty cool, because you see a 4-year-old out there doing barrel racing or something. I mean, it's just awesome. Very good.
How long have you been doing this,
How long
lady?
have I been doing what?
With the Wild West Extravaganza? A few years?
Yeah, I have to say 2005 is when we got the teepee, and that was the first time it was set up, was at Wild West Extravaganza in the dirt lot adjacent to the parking lot of Saddle West.
Oh my God, you're taking us back. Yes, I remember.
Yeah. Yes. So, but before that, I remember the year that, and Bob Baker is the gentleman who started this. I remember the year that he had set it up to where in the Nugget parking lot, we had square dancing going on. And that was kind of the birth of the Wild West Extravaganza. He and his wife had set up the square dancing, and we were sitting one night, he and Tim Hafen and I, and Bob said something about, wouldn't it be awesome if we could just get a couple steers and do a roundup and just drive them right up 160? I mean, he had this vision, and we're going, oh my God, well, that's a state highway. We don't think the state would like that.
Yeah.
So no steers being driven up 160.
So you're like one of the early settlers here with the Wild West Extravaganza, and we thank you for bringing it to where it is today.
Yeah, and we have our logo. This is he's been waiting. This is the logo, and I didn't have a flyer to bring. I'm sorry, I'd given them all out.
She's the flyer, okay.
Yeah, I'm the flyer today. My shirt's the flyer. Friday, the vendors will be open by about noon. And the last music on Friday night, I think is like 6:30 or 7. It'll start. Saturday, there's a parade. If you want to participate in the parade, you need to let us know. And you can either call me or send an email to bb wwe14@yahoo.com. And I will get your contact information over to Janice. She's the lady handling the parade.
Okay.
Yeah. All sorts of things. Cotton candy. Oh, I think there's one lady with cotton candy, and we have the snow cones. And
Okay. And this is, when is this going to be? Where is it going to be? What time is it going to be?
May 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Yeah.
First weekend in May at Petrick Park. Mm-hmm. The parade will go from 372 to the park along 160 there. And the hours start, Friday will be starting at 3 is when the music starts. Vendors will be open before then. Saturday, you can figure 9 to about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, all day. Mm-hmm. And Sunday, starting about the same time and ending at 3. And we have shotgun weddings on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, so we're in our final minute,
our
mad minute. So we have, what is this here? What is this?
That's an ink cartridge.
Can people bring it over to the Wild West Extravaganza or no?
Yes, they can bring it to Earth Day. We'll be out at Earth Day also, and he'll talk about that. But you can bring your used ink cartridges at Earth Day, to Earth Day, or Wild West Extravaganza, or the library.
Paula, I bring her one.
Yeah. We have recycled 6,000 pieces of plastic over the last 3 years that takes 1,000 years to break down.
And we'll see you next time. So believe it or not, we have a minute left. So anyway, Paula was talking about the ink cartridges, the, what else we got there?
Toners.
Toners at the library. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have a box at the library. As you go into the library, you go to the right. The second table there's a box that's about, I don't know, maybe a foot tall, 8 inches wide and 6 inches deep. And it says for ink cartridges, these things take 1,000 years to break down in our landfills and wherever we decide to throw them. And so the powwow committee takes these and we recycle them. Some we're able to recycle for money. It's a fundraiser. And those that we're not able to recycle for money, we do take over to Office Depot. Mm-hmm. And they take care of that. I do send a lot back to the manufacturers like HP. They pay the shipping, and so I ship them back. Xerox pays the shipping. I ship it back to them directly to try and not inundate Office Depot. But we've kept over 6,000 pieces of plastic out of the landfill these past 3 years, and I'm kind of proud of that.
All right, so we're just about out of time now. So do your part to recycle, to remove from landfills. So you go to Earth Day, bring them the stuff over there. And thank you for coming back to give us the last information there. So
thank you.
Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
At Earth Day.
Yes.
Community Viewpoint.